Yo, what's up? It's Jarrett Jack of the Cleveland Cavaliers. And make sure you check out my kicks on Keez on Sport.
Mr. Jarrett Jack, welcome to Brooklyn.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you, I'm going to get straight into it. Speaking to Josh Childress a couple of weeks ago, and actually your teammate Tristan Thompson about half an hour ago. Word around the NBA is you've got one of the craziest sneaker collections. Can you confirm or deny?
I definitely can confirm that. It's something that started with me growing up as a young kid in D.C. You know, felt like sneakers was a way to, sort of express yourself without having to actually using words. And it's a love that stayed with me as I've gotten older and older.
When did you first get into sneakers? I know you said as a young boy, but how old were you when you first decided, like, I love this. This is going to be a hobby of mine?
Well, I grew fond of the sport of basketball at a very, very young age. And I knew part of my presentation on the court was what I had on my feet. And I always took that into consideration. And then in just everyday life, I applied the same thing.
How many pairs do you think you own now?
I think you have a problem when you lose count, and I'm at that point at this particular moment. More so now I collect more than anything. I have shoes that I haven't worn, some that I wear once, some that are just prized possessions, just to me, and they have sentimental value. So I don't know if I can put a number on them, but I love collecting them, love the storylines that go behind them, materials and all that sort of stuff.
What's your favorite sneaker? Like, you're talking about storylines, Jordans?
I mean, it's rough, man. There's so much that goes into why I like each sneaker, and they all vary. I love the Dawn Becker story. How they partnered up with the hospital and allowed kids who, might be on their last breath, so to speak, kind of be a part of the process. I think that's kind of cool. But there are others. Kevin Durant's Aunt Pearls. He's a kid that grew up in D.C. also. Our families are real familiar with one another. So, those kind of stories kind of hit home with me. So, like I said, they kind of vary from shoe to shoe, but, I love the process.
You've talked about stories and why you love certain sneakers. We know you've got a lot of sneakers. What's probably the most prized sneaker that you got? Again, not necessarily in value, but something that just holds real value to you personally.
Oh, man. That's a tough question. I don't know, any of the ones that kind of can allow me to relive my childhood. A lot of the Jordans, Hirachis, Bo Jacksons. I just got my brother a pair of these Junior Seau retros that they just came back out with. And it kind of allows you to relive those moments. I remember when I saw a pair of sneakers, it showed me and reminded me what I was doing that exact certain day, where I was at that particular point in my life. And for me, it was almost like a time capsule, so to speak.
We were talking a little bit earlier, and you mentioned you had an incident yesterday getting some sneakers. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, man, the weather up here in New York wasn't too friendly to us flying in from Cleveland. So we got here a little bit later than expected. I shot down the flight club as soon as I got in town. They did a good job. Dar, one of those guys, kept the store open for me. And I didn't want to keep them there too long, so I had to do a rush job. I only got like 6 pairs, but I came out of there with some pretty nice stuff.
You didn't do like Wale and buy 3s for the whole team?
Not yet, man. It's just me and my brother. That's just how we kind of roll with it. And like I said, I didn't have the ample time that I really wanted, but in the midst of it, I still was able to pick up some real nice pieces.
Look, one last question, because I know you got to go off and do your thing. If you had your own signature sneaker, what would it look like?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I think that's why you have a lot of heads kind of come together when that process comes to fruition. But something sleek. That describes my personality, but is a shoe that you also can wear on the court and something you can wear on the street if you choose. There's a lot of shoes that either they're just one way, either they're something you can play in or something you can just walk around in. And I kind of want to have something that can embody both qualities and also have 3 colors. I think the best sneakers always have 3 colors.